My family then, as I've been on it this afternoon or good evening to Nayanda, the SLPP North SLPP Women's Council, we get conference in New Jersey today. We talk on the gender equality, women's empowerment. We say that finally the women's empowerment bill where they pass now Parliament 2022. It come into effect 2023 and make we get boku members of parliament, government ministers and local council. It's not the beautiful, gorgeous Mrs. Aminata Magundo Amara, women's leader in the region. So it's a 1 month on this bill here before we go into the program proper. Madam Women's Leader, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Madam Jennifer B.M. Kroma. We don't wear so many hats in this region. We don't do everything for this party. We're always ready for service party. Sure. I want to recognize that and tell you plenty thank you. Yes, today, we see our feet say we forget her, and not only get her for talk about the bill, but get her for tell with Daddy, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Malabio, thank you for when he make sure say this bill pass the parliament. It don't give woman them waiting them deserve. It don't give woman them then place the politics. It don't give woman them who side them for day. Because woman them are not saying that we bokuna politics. And when women are in the affairs, at the head of hem of affairs, things work well, it goes well, and everything they happen the way it for be. Because you know waiting, where we woman then tire, where we tie, say we they do something, we go do them. Today, we can't tell President thank you and dive deep into the bill for talk about not so just the work where the pardon give the parliamentarians a representation. What else is in that bill? What else is in that bill that we get for talk about? Now that make we get here today, and today amongst we get the gender minister, we get the minister of social welfare, we get with national women's leader. We get 6 parliamentarians them where they are today, where they say we can remote for this bill and tell we who side we did na this bill and waiting we get, not to just for give it 30%. We know say already the president don't give it more than 30%. So we glad it today. We tell all the women and thank you, we get an eye for can celebrate this historical bill, for can celebrate these moments for we the women them. Madam Jennifer B.M. Kroma, I tell you, thank you for where they cover I'm live.
Thank you very much, Madam Women's Leader. This is not an easy event for host a conference. This is our second annual. The first one will be on the hands of our girls in New Jersey. This is the second one we build. So we said thank you for the wonderful job we do in the region. Now all we go salon for help elect re-elects His Excellency Richard Brigadier Julius Malabio. So we'll tell you plenty thank you. I get Naya, so the regional chairman with the regional organizing secretary, with the man they come for support you, so I don't know which one part they want to talk first, the chairman. Okay, Honorable RS, as we call him, say let's go to the regional chairman first. So Mr. Desmond Pesima, what you say and what to make you consider, I know saying one of the panelists them. So I know say you get Boku for talk, but there with people that you before you go hold the mic formally, waiting the reason to make you there today.
All right, thank you very much, Sister Jennifer B.M. Kroma. Thank you for all your service to the country and the party. Of course, when they say gender equality, we're not the first part of the bill or the can't talk about. It means say we get for talk about what it mean for be man and what it mean for be woman. And waiting at the role and ways society ascribe to we. So we're not for left and give the woman a normal this not conversation where the man and self need for their part of, because the man them and the woman them form that part there of the bill. The bill they talk say man no, woman no, we all for be equal in everything what they do. And so I'm fortunate for letting select me as one of the panelists them for discuss this bill. And Boko people, you know, they are about, oh, GIWI bill, gender equality, women empowerment, but most of them don't really understand what's in the inside that building. And we come for make people understand, say, that bill, they get 5 parts them, and then parts them, they all get for discuss and we include the preliminary things, when I for define some of the terms them, some of the phrases and words them where they inside the bill. We get for talk about gender units, within form gender unit, we get for talk about women empowerment, we get for talk about miscellaneous, we then they cover the rules then where they don't put in place, the monitoring and evaluation, things them where government put in place or where parliament put in place for make sure say that bill they work. And finally, we also will talk about of course, the miscellaneous part of the bill where I don't just highlight. So, plenty things there for talk about. Very important conversation today, and I believe say we will continue to tune into this particular channel because a lot today where we all they can learn about today. Of course, we know say the First Lady itself for the Naya as the keynote speaker and anger for crown everything up. We get the gender minister and the social welfare minister, we then are the experts them also, and also the policy crafters them and implementers them when it comes to women empowerment and gender equality. And so all this will not go to talk if presidentbio not being seen very, very important for, you know, if you not be able to identify, say, women then really, really underrepresented in so many aspects then. And so we want to say thank you to Presidentbio for foresight and leadership, for make sure say it develop and present a bill before Parliament for make women then be empowered and for make man and woman sit down at equal platform, get equal pay, the same work than they do, and also get voice and decision making to them that their organizations. So thank you again
so much, Chairman Pesima. Mr. Pesima in WEF, now one of the honorable members them from both local, very strong supporters of women in this region. But last when they see the woman that just come in and they can call Honorable Mohammed T. Fofana for talk to them. We get the National Treasurer, Madam Martha Kanabo himself just to enter. Welcome, ma.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Honorable R.S. Mohammed T. Fofana from Cambia District. Now, also the other home in New Jersey. So, what you get for tell family them for this bill here? Because now I get for push we agenda for we. I make glad we will come on this region when I go under. Because I don't know say according to section this article this, Mr. R.S. what is that you for this Giwi bill here?
Thank you, Madam General B.M. Koroma. Today, you know, we all very, very happy, you know, for we SLPP North America, SLP get the opportunity for make them go add, you know, them voice, you know, now this great achievement here. The women of SLPP North America have always stand out. They always don't make sure say anything with the president push and succeed. They always take up and add the voice and support the agenda day. Today, we are talking about the Giwi bill. The Giwi bill, you know, I missed them by a little bit. The 5th Parliament now they've been get the opportunity for approve that building. You know, but we at the 6th Parliament will get the implementation responsibility of that building. You know, but the most fascinating thing about that, you know, me and a part of SLPP North America. So today, if my sisters that come together, they say there's a form for Adam voice, you know, for support this bill, for me and Adam voice for 10 Presidentbio, plenty, thank you. We you not take my business make play at all. The president, you know, like president way, you know, in foresight we get so much respect for women there. That make way kind of power. You know, the previous administrations that we don't pass, you know, they downplay the role and the importance of women in society. But when income with the support of a wife, the dynamic, you know, Her Excellency Dr. Fatima Mada Bio, you know, they can team up, you know, with other, you know, institutions, with other stakeholders there for make sure say this bill passed the parliament overwhelmingly. And today we see how much this bill they make a mark in our country and the entire world. You know, delegate today, you know, in parliament again, we got over 30% of women in parliament, over 42 women in parliament. You know, you think about ministerial positions, we have women there, deputy minister, we have women there, parastatals, we have women there. You know, in the diplomatic corps, we have women there. These are just for strengthening, you know, the concept where the president don't build around this given bill. So today, I am so proud of my sisters, my SLPP North America, who they can support this bill. You know, the regional women's leader there, you know, you said, you know, Madam Jennifer, you guys are all advocates of, you know, women empowerment and women's rights. So today, I am very, very, very delighted. I'm very happy for being part of this historic event, you know, for witness the ceremony where they can talk with the given bill.
Thank you so much, Honorable Arrest Mohamed Fofana. And they go back inside, we'll be wait for the First Lady. But I don't know if the women's leader got anything more for add. If not,
yes, Madam General BM Nkrumah, I dey hope say the president will continue for sign bills them will go be beneficial to the women all over the world, because like I said earlier, women are the backbone in politics. Women, anything happen, now we dey suffer. And we know say we have to be there to make sure that things go well, things work well. So we dey pray and ask, say, Mr. President, His Excellency, wherever there is, if woman is supposed for the day, please give us the opportunity to serve. And I promise that we will serve with distinction. Thank you.
thank you so much, women's leader. So I go back inside at the same time. I did record on the other phone, so I go able to share with people them. So I go back inside the hall. The crowd there inside and wait on the First Lady. This now the young generation leader from Canada. Canadians there, they join me today. So I just make us see a beautiful lady. So we do not have rights to the current music playing in the background. It is only for entertainment purposes. So this time they call it, give me from them. So I did now go to the honorable members of parliament so that we're able to tell much, Mr. DJ. Will not get any rights to the music where they play, but I guess honorable members of parliament that go around. We want to talk something on the Guri bill and the reason why they didn't here today. Again, Madam to Mustafa from Kenema district, and I be part of this region. In fact, she was one of the chairman there for the Council of Elders. So she's no stranger to the Women's Council and no stranger to this region. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, my dear. So, Presidentbio did not make a mistake when he backs this Guri bill. You know, as women, we need to shatter the glass ceiling. We have just cracked it. This is a lot. The minimum is 30%. So let's put our acts together, step up to the plate, and then we can go beyond the 30%. There is a lot we can do. It's not going to be business as usual. Everything is going to change. You know, when you have women at the forefront, the sky is the limit. So watch out for the women. We're geared up. We're going to do our best not to disappoint the president. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Mustafa. Now we come to John the Wajamiran, Madam Akwahawa Akwajikalon. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, every time I have the opportunity to say something about the women and the empowerment of them going into parliament and getting in at least 30% rights in the constitution, I always say thank you to Presidentbio for knowing that women can do what men can do. And I always say what women can see sitting down, men will not see, even if they go up the skyscraper. So we are very blessed. We say thank you. We say thank you. We say thank you to President Bio for giving us the opportunity. We say thank you to President Bio for giving us the opportunity to work side by side with the men so that we can be part of governance in Sierra Leone. We thank you. We thank the First Lady, and we thank all those who are part of the team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yes. Okay. Now we return to what's your name,
Creole English. Creole.
You cannot Creole if you know English.
Okay. Ma talk Creole. Because now we work with people in Woyeri. Me na Honorable Rebecca Kamara from Kono District. Me na Honorable Rebecca Kamara from Kono District. Me na a second term honorable. I've been in the last parliament. Now I don't win back. And today we did North America, we didn't get a women's conference. I'm so happy with the extended invitation to me. That just show the solidarity with women and already forget and for ensure that the human business in all go down, it go before. And we tell thank you to President Bio because all this dream now me get out. All President and me don't call now lip service them pay to me. But President Bio, he gets this time heart and mind. So there was a political will. And we tell and thank you. All the gender laws that we don't pass. When the mama law, the gender equality and women empowerment law, we gladly for President Bio because it always time for sign para. And today, out of today we get 18 women in parliament. Today, because of that law and other law there, we get 41 women there as parliamentarians. That kudos they go to Papa God and go to Papa God in Pekin when our Dr. Julius Mother the darling father.
Thank you so much. Next to Honorable Fatima Sabokari, I don't know if it's a war of months, because they tell me today say he wants to stay a little bit away from the bill. Okay.
Hello. Yana.
I'm saying you again. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm Nyava Moriba, Honorable Ami Nyava Moriba from Body Street. I'm overwhelmed and happy to be here. I want to appreciate His Excellency the President for the Giwi Bill and the 30% quota. Otherwise, some of us wouldn't have been here. He has, anytime there was advocacy for women in Sierra Leone, the men will ask for the women, where are the women? His Excellency the President has skillfully and tactfully looked out for the women, and today we are here. Some are ministers, some are heads of parastatals, some of us are MPs. So we are grateful. Thank you, President Bio, for letting the world know that a woman's place is in governance as much as in the kitchen. God bless you.
Thank you. Now they kind of the high table. The deputy ministers them. I don't know who that one start for talk first. The minister they shake here small like one another, but I start with Madam Queen Fofana. So wait to make you come at this conference today.
Well, I come today because I want to can support the women of North America because we are in it all together. As Deputy Minister of Works and Public Asset, the women and they work tirelessly for support the government, His Excellency President Julius Mother Bio, for making achieve in aims and objectives for the nation. So as women there we need to come together for support each other.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Listen at the SLPP North America Women's Council Conference on the Human Bill. If you just join Unity Broadcasting, Mina Jenaba BM Kuruma, right in the camera, now the former regional women's leader, Mrs. Kadibala Jalo. I said one word was for this video before the program starts. So go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon or good day. We whatsoever that they listen to this program for. We care for this program for support. This is not like a challenge the president giving the 30% or maybe over 30% for women and for take part into government activities. So this is a form of getting together for let we strategize, for see how we go promote the presidency agenda and how we go challenge yourself for let we make sure say why the president trusts me for making sure and say the trust we give we deliver. So this is now a form of strategizing, meeting and supporting each other, the one that who don't get position, support them, and we say how we go strategize for make the women themselves who they are there, let we show them all. I mean exchange ideas as to how we will push the presidency agenda. Thank you.
Please take your seat and stop the ball. Everybody take your seat. Everyone take your seat, please.
I will come back to you, or you want to talk now?
Please take your seat, please.
Minister of Social Welfare. I didn't have to in a North America program because I want for count skin with the woman and I asked because this is SLP business. Everybody.
I know the excitement is here, but let's push this program forward. The excitement is here. Let's move the program forward.
Anxiety, everything.
All right, thank you. Ladies and North America, enjoy yourselves. Take your pictures. If you had the opportunity, go back to your seat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
When I see that they take selfies and pictures that with the first
Thank you, ladies of North America.
On the mic, Dana Josephine F. Camara, MC and moderator for the program. But we still get people that they take pictures with the first lady.
Thank you.
So now the program they can start proper. The First Lady not there, and I know we keynote speaker today there.
Please, could you take your seats, please? Please, all the gentlemen at the back, could you all please take your seats? At this time, I would like to welcome our First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mrs. Fatima Nada Diop.
I just welcome Nana, the Secretary to the Women's Council, and I just welcome
Thank you. Distinguished guests,
Mrs. Fatima.
ladies of integrity, men of value. At this time, we're going to continue the program. Now, could we please hear the national items of Sierra Leone and the United States? But please, I would like each and every one of us to please stand up. Rise up, please. Mr. DJ, please. I will expose thee, and what the free praises the Lord we have for thee. Family united, ever we stand, singing thy praise, O native land. We raise up our hearts and our voices on high, the hills and the valleys we echo our cry. Blessing and peace be ever alone, land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Walk with our faith, and wisdom inspires, one with our faith and never tires. Ever we seek to honor thy name, as is the name of thy faith. We pray that no harm on our children may fall, that blessing and peace may descend on us all. So may we serve thee ever alone, land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Thank you, dear. Can we please hear the national anthem? Thank you. For those who are just coming, First Lady, distinguished guests, I am Dr. Marcella Yayu Rogers, go very fast. I'm just going to give an overview of the conference agenda. We're going to hear from the following people. SLPP NA New Jersey Women's Leader, Bridget Gandhi. We're going to hear the opening remarks from Mrs. Amnata Amara, NA Regional Women's Leader. She will be introduced by Kumba Rogers. We're going to hear the statement by Geneva Brymer, a member of the Young Generation Houston chapter. We're going to get a statement from the SLPP National Women's Leader, Mrs. Hawa Fore. She's going to be introduced by Mrs. Amnata Amara. We're not going to have any lunch. We all had our lunch. And then we'll go on to our keynote speaker, Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Fatima Nader. After which we'll have our guest speaker, Madam Aisata Mahoy, Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. She's going to be introduced by Mrs. Sally Benjamin Bangura. After which we're going to have the panel discussion, and the moderators are Anne-Marie Williams of Washington, D.C. chapter. I'm sorry about that.
I can't believe you don't know the biggest chapter in the United States, Washington, D.C.
And then we have Chairman Josephine Kamara, Virginia chapter. Commonwealth of Virginia. Okay, so the panelists, if you can see on the agenda, it's all listed there. I don't want to go through that. After which we're going to have recognition of the SLPP Chapter Women's Leader, the award ceremony, and vote of thanks by SLPP NA Women's Council Leader, Mrs. Amnata Amara. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to call upon Mrs. Amnata Amara, please.
Thank you. Time is spent. My Women's Leader New Jersey chapter was supposed to welcome you. If I could have somebody from New Jersey to do that, that would be an honor. To welcome those women in the state, the Garden State of New Jersey. Siawa, you can come welcome the woman there with Mama Dinaya. Oh, Cecilia, you can come and do that. Welcome the women. You guys we are hosting them. I'm from New Jersey. New Jersey is my constituency, so we cannot do better than have them welcome us in this place, man.
One people, one country, one people. Good evening, everybody. Her Excellency, Dr. Fatima Nader, Honorable Ministers, SLPP National Women's Leader, fellow SLPP members and non-members, on behalf of SLPP New Jersey, I will take this opportunity to welcome you all to this conference. We also thank you for honoring our invitation to be here today. From the day SLPP New Jersey member decided to be part of this event as a host, it has been tirelessly efforts of New Jersey chapter members ensuring that your presence here today is comfortable. Once again, SLPP New Jersey members welcome you to the Garden State, to the conference. Welcome you.
Thank you, Mrs. Silla. We appreciate you. Now I'm going to call upon Mrs. Amnata Amara to please give her opening remarks.
And guess what? I was going to be introduced, but that is a biography all by itself. I know we don't need that. My mother knows me, and by now most people that have not seen me knows who I am. So I want to just thank you all for coming, Her Excellency. ministers here present, honorable members of parliament, female parliamentarians, and I know we have our own very Uncle RS is a parliamentarian, so we have to recognize him. My boss, the National Women's Leader, and the Council and GMB is in the house. Yeah. Again, I want to say that SLPP is GMB. The flu, they've been here for over a week, they need to be recognized. I just want to thank you guys for joining us, for putting the boots on the ground, to always answer the call when duty demands. So we are grateful. Thank you for coming. Again, that will be my opening remarks because we're late. I want to welcome you, and I know we can always do it. We've done it before. This is not the first time. And Mama, we, the women of SLPP North America, we are ready to do more as long as you guys need us. That is why we are here for the gender minister and under your distinguished leadership, because we know how much you've done, how much you are doing, and how much you will do. We're here to just mingle and hear again from you, because that is what a mother should do. We are glad that you honor our invitation like the secretary said. Again, thank you all for coming. I am Mrs. Aminata Amago with Tarawali Amara, the regional women. the regional women's leaders of North America. We have to go on because we are late. We are not going to break for lunch. Food enough and to spare we can take home because we there at tomorrow next month. And we have to show ourselves as women. Our father, His Excellency, did this for us, so we don't take it for granted. We're here to dive deep into the bill, so the panelists as well are here to tell us what we do not know, and the gender minister, Mama Dekaro, she's going to give it to us all, because this is one of her assignments, and she does it well. When they do them, they do them perfectly well. So Mama, we honor you, and we thank you. We continue to work with you. We continue to be your soldiers in America and in Sierra Leone. We are glad you honor our invitation again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Aminata Amara, for that opening remarks. Tarawali. Excuse me, Amara. Okay, now I'm going to call upon Jenny Brimer, a member of the Young Generation Youth Chapter. Could you please come up here?
Madam President, Ministers and Deputy Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm here to represent the youth today. And on behalf of my young generation leader, Indo Barnett, I want to take this opportunity, first of all, to say thank you to the President for creating such an opportunity for the youth of Sierra Leone.
Just a join be this is not the SLPP any Women's Council Conference in New Jersey, USA.
Now, if you check the cabinet, it's occupied with youth. We have youth in the cabinet of SLPP. So that is a huge change. We are happy for that and we are ready to work. Now, for the youth who have this position, I want to encourage you. And it's not easy, but please make us proud. Make us proud and do what you're supposed to do. Now we have the problem of youth. The problem of youth in our country is youth empowerment. You know, we have a lot of things presently going on in Sierra Leone. One of those is the Kush. Now we see a lot of Sierra Leonean youth are now taking Kush. So please, the president alone cannot deal with that situation. All of us has to come together to deal with that. And how we're going to do it. Let us talk to our youth. Encourage every youth of Sierra Leone to stop. Give them reasons why they should live right. Give them reason. Be a role model to us, please. And to us, the youth again, let us act right. This is the time. We are in majority. We are ready to work, and let us do the right work. Thank you.
So we just heard Ms. Jenna Brymer, where they represent the SLPP and a Young Generation Council.
Okay. Now we're going to hear from the SLPP National Women's Leader, Mrs.
One country, one people, one people, one country. The First Lady of the Republic, Mrs. Fatima Atabahama Madabio, ministers, honorable members of parliament, SLPP Women's Council, Freetown, my former boss, Fatima Tabokari, the honorable member of parliament, JMB, organizers of this program, good afternoon. Today, I feel honored for the year today, for can talk to women. Sometimes last year, with president, he thought and fit, say, woman them, who for no rights, and for giving the gender bill. Today, we stand here proudly for say we get 42 women them as member of parliament. I want to say thank you to the President of Sierra Leone and Mrs. Fatima Bio, who are the PRO of the Women's Council Freetown. In the history of Sierra Leone, Bond, we get the chairperson, that woman. Through the leadership of President Bio, we get deputies through the councils. So one for say thank you. So we president are happy we get with two ministries like that today, the gender and the social welfare ministry. Gender minister, would they plead to you? You don't see the woman there? How beautiful they are, hard-working women. Would they beg, please, if you get space, give me space, employ more women. Social welfare, if you get space, give me more space. Today, we all happy when they talk about the gender bill. But we the woman them, we ready for work towards this bill? Yes. We are ready. Yes. Ready? Yes. They say more women, better politics, eh? Yes. So ready? Yes. Waiting at the first thing. Wait for proof say we're ready for this gender bill. Togetherness. For them together. Yes. For learn, for respect each other. Yes. Will they only limit this gender bill to the elites them, or will they take and down to the grassroots? Because now then are the masses, now then boku, now then they take winner governance. Will they plead to president who want for see more women in position of trust? Woman, they are not in position because they are not a club person. When we make one president give woman the more position because woman they will less corrupt. country. One people. SLPP, the only way out, the only way forward, the only way through, and power to the people. Who are the people? The women. Today, women, we don't get position as presidentbio in government. We dey beg for make we proud. And one thing there, normally when they can give you sister them position them, some ministers them, when you go to them and they tell you say no, it's not a party business, this is not government business. You when you don't say, you can talk to that person, say no, it's not a government, not a party business, not government. From the day when presidentbio they appoint you, it has pleased the president. Tell us say no, me not a politician. As you don't take that position there, automatically you're a politician. And you say, don't forget the log. Don't forget the sababu. SLPP na you sababu. If you there today will all the shine, SLPP make for there today. So when they give you that position there, don't say you work for the party. You don't be sit down and give you position that the party kind of power. I make them give you. Today you are the lucky one, you are all lucky, but we are make we walk hand in hand, not so for we all day today, but we get the masses the way they do. We get mama the way they and the woman babu. Combine there, how to reach area. But we don't forget them. May you not get position, no more you sit on a chair. You say, me na minister, me na parastater, me na this. Where the president says it has pleased the president, it can displease the president back. We, it's a voluntary job they do, they know they pay we. Will not get security. And I will take an oath to the president and state house. Who will make the women's wing proud. And today, I want to say thank you to the women of North America. Thank you to Sierraleone women. That we did together. The more we did together, we will benefit. We will respect one another. I make we always sing that song. The more we are together, together, the more we are together, the happier we shall be. Your friend is my friend is your friend. The more we are together, the happier we shall be. The man comes to the woman then. Hello? You were in a region. You were the constituency. Where they appoint you, not just say no, but me a women's leader, and for do the work. Today, I want to say thank you to Mrs. Bio, the PRO of the party, the Women's Council of PRO. It talks for we. It makes sure the woman then give you position. Woman then, we go parliament. Put on this street. From Tijan Kaban in time. Then not one day get way get position where I can't say ourselves. But today, probably we get 2 female members of parliament. We get the Christian Council, chairperson, now woman. Yes. We get councillors then. Now what they do that day? Now they talk and do president. The no-nonsense president of our time. So today, here we did together. We want to see women them in agriculture. Because now we bring presidentbio na governance. And the big 5 now we for put another. If it succeed, we will go out proudly and work proudly. Say now we president this. So I want to say thank you to them. Thank you to the region. Abodo, thank you very much. May God bless you. May you live long. Thank you very much, North America. Thank you, thank you.
Moment we've been waiting for. All right. Are we all ready? Yes. Okay, so I'm now going to call her. I'm going to call Her Excellency, Dr. the First Lady, Dr. Mrs. Fatima Bio. She will be the speaker.
Thank you, North America. Thank you, SLPP. The Honorable Minister of Gender, Dr. Aissata Mahmoud, the Honorable Minister of Social Welfare, Winami Wef, Mrs. Kamenti, the young boss, the women's leader of our great party, Madam Hawafore, and all the one that we here, we hold executive position, the SLPP. And I want to pay me humble respect to we parliamentarians, them, where they represent me this time. So when they want to talk about Bodo, we know say that the parliamentarian, they will decide. Yes. When they want to talk about the woman, they will decide. We have 42 of them in parliament, so this time, the parliament get for sweet. But SLPP, today we're there because of the SLPP Women's Council. And this is an opportunity also for me for doff my hat out to Madam Aminata Tarawali Amara. So you know will correct me. I want to say thank you, Madam. Thank you, because this is not the first time we I don't come for can witness such an occasion. There is one thing about leadership. You can either lead at the front or you lead at the back. When you get a leader, we always want for them at the front. You know they ever see waiting they happen here. But when you get a leader with a lead from the back, that leader they know exactly what he need for do for solve people and problem. And I want to say from 2017, Aminata, I don't know you. And I don't see your leadership style. It's a totally different style from me, young kind. In a crazy leadership. But you have made so much difference as a woman holding a position, especially in America where you have to speak a lot of grammar before people understand you. And your difference to us has been nothing but positivity. And I want to say thank you. You are serving the party, and when you serve SLPP, you are serving Sierra Leone. Yes. So this give me the legal right now for say one country, one people, one people, one country. You know, when you listen to the SLPP slogan, it not only make you proud for being Sierra Leonean, but it make you understand say this is the party we don't know nothing but mamikos. This is not the party we believe say if we get for make Sierra Leone go forward, we get for come together and be united. You know, I don't begin for talk. I don't even bring His Excellency greetings. So, as First Lady, we are trained where we go. Let me bring you greetings from His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone,
retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. Una no say if I don't love for dinner, yeah, but I tell her say it is a woman thing. And this one today, me no go grille nobody upstage me now. So now that make I come because women they will understand one another. But I want to say thank you to the man they were the seed, the human them. I hope say not only food una come for. I hope so una come for can support me, or then we get more zeal for doing the things that we will do. And the chairman, not every day you they talk about the chairman, because where I will talk about Desmond Pesima, they will say, well, in Peking, so I make it they talk about him. But as young as Desmond is, Desmond don't show we a quality leadership, because if the chairman no gets the foresight for bringing this region together, the women's leader no will function. So I want to say thank you to Desmond for bringing this region together. 2017, a first scam, then we were in the opposition, and I was looking for SLPP. Today, 2023, I am not looking for SLPP because SLPP is visible. They know we are here, and they know we are making the difference that our country deserves to have. And for presidentbio in presidency, you know go write that book, you know go celebrate presidentbio if you know put North America in the middle of that story. I want to say thank you. Thank you to every one of you. Sometimes you will say, I know we did it. But the fact say you're a registered member of our party means say you are one of the most important people left to presidentbio and myself. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for choosing the SLPP. Yes. It's a choice. Yes. It's either you come to the civilized party or you go to the Mami Coast party. But then you choose for join the civilized and most focused, party we believe say we get for put we country first. For all the people that will hold leaderships position in North America, I want to say thank you. Because putting yourself forward to lead is not an easy thing. But then when you don't hold that point there, that you don't put yourself forward, because the moment you don't put yourself forward, now already, the criticism sometimes you can be doing, 1 week in the morning. But that is what leaders go through. For me personally, I want to say thank you to Una, because not any time we are called on North America, they answer to that call. I'm not saying they do it because I'm Fatima. No, you do this because you believe in the SLPP. So I want to say again, thank you for your support to the 2023 election, to your support to the 2018 election, for all your financial contribution. For one forum, I will say it was recorded and noticed not only by His Excellency, but publicly, because Namina be the financial chair. And me where you give me, I dey put a usa you say for put up. And I want for me, for the first time, this is an election where no one individual no go turn up say, now we put Madam BOD. I go tell the person in face say, no. Now SLPP put Madam BOD. And your contribution to that, I want for register, I'm here say, the chairman come as young as he is, and he made a difference, and he represents North America, and he represents now with style. I know for talk about Canada, because this is not a Canada program, but Canada is next door. Again, Canada, I want to say thank you to Canada. Because they not only go but they make sure say they also do their own financial contribution. Politics is about, you know they do politics, you don't talk money. It's not possible. So when somebody give you, no matter how small that thing is, you get to appreciate them. I know say one thing way North America from 2870 where they ask me, what's in the difference between JMB and SLPP? There is no difference. JMB is just to say Julius Madabio, and SLPP not to Madabio all the support. Yes. So I also want to say thank you to JMB North America. JMB Sierra Leone is here, JMB UK, I don't know if UK they're here, and North America. I just want for register and I say, ask a group from these three regions, JMB America, JMB Sierra Leone, JMB United Kingdom, collectively put $1,300,000 into this election. Collectively. We will have a next meeting, and in that next meeting, I will break them down, and I will put everybody put into this election. The reason why I will announce North America and Canada here, and just announce JMB, is just because I want SLPP for no say. JMB is SLPP. Yes. And tomorrow, if you are the one who is at the front, we will stand with you, we will support you, we will do anything possible to keep you there. Because when SLPP is in power, JMB is in power. Everybody in JMB is a registered member of the SLPP. In fact, they hold position in the SLPP. I just want to make that clear again, because they will say, why won't Akanaya always acknowledge JMB like saying that the only group we did. No, not the only group. But at the moment, no matter building at the front. The next person will come with a coin himself in name, and then we all will rally around that person there. So thank you. Thank you to all. This convention, now for now we get to ministers then. Aminata asked me, he said, what do you want for let it be the theme for the convention? I said, the president don't give you the most important thing where every woman in Sierra Leone don't they pray for. Before even I was born, they said gender equality. Now, okay, we don't get gender equality, because if we make good use of the gender bill, we can go beyond 50%. We can pass the voting and the bill. So for me, I don't want to think of fight for gender equality. What we need for just fight for let the women take the spaces. Whatever space is given to you, take them, hold them, and make sure you be a role model so that they know say when a woman is at the front, they lead with passion and they lead with honesty and they make a difference. Because a woman not they go and sit down on her own. He always will look behind them and say, I have people. And in politics, if you cannot serve your people, you do not deserve to be at the front. So I said, let us talk about the gender bill so people understand what this gender bill is all about. Because when they say gender bill, we can only just say, oh, 30%. 30%. 30% is for the elites. It is for the chosen few. We get so much in the gender bill when a 100% for everybody. Maybe we start with divorce. In the gender bill, waiting day, this is not the first time. If you a man divorced in Sierra Leone, they cannot kick you out of your house. This is not the first time. So that one they apply to 100% woman then, not 30%. It's to every woman. This is not the first time. If woman, a man die, The family cannot come to that house and say, leave the house. It's not possible. It is in our gender bill. So I want for let me not be the one we will tell una waiting the gender bill day about, or waiting at the actual thing that we say the gender bill where people need to understand. All I want to say, we as women, we appreciate presidentbio. We appreciate because it don't give me a lifeline where we go able for TINAP and say, we are part of nation building and now they can listen to us. It don't give their woman the year as foot soldiers, give them the liberty for do the right thing for Sierra Leone. It don't give the ministers them the opportunity. So when he sits in cabinet, anything where they talk about will concern women them, the ministers, the female ministers, they go daddy and they go help in making that decision. So together, now the man and the woman that they shape the country. Not a man that they shape country, a woman we follow. This time, we shape the country together. And I believe when the woman they part of that decision, they will do what is best for women. What is best for our children. Nobody knows our children better than us. And nobody knows what is best for our children better than us. So I'm so humble to say a day here today for witness this. But the most important thing we make this rain, even when they do all kinds of things and tell me say hurricane and tornado, I say whatever come, we go arrange we set a road. I needed to be here to say thank you. Thank you, North America. I believe say if you be there on the ground during the campaign, you will understand why I need to say thank you. Yes, not everybody leaves their comfort zone and follow you in your own dream. Not everybody will believe in your own dream and make that dream theirs. But North America, you have believed in Mother Bio. You continue to believe in Mother Bio. When Mother Bio stood under the rain and I look around, I see North America under the rain with Mother Bio. When Mother Bio sits on the shade, I see North America there with him. When Mother Bio eats food that is salty, I saw North America people eating the same food. They don't question. They follow their leader with absolute respect. And that is what I say. When you have genuine supporters, you don't need the masses. You need genuine supporters. Those genuine supporters can bring you the masses. And we won the election. And I will say this again. I'm not saying me cousin they were done today, they don't get special mommy cost the way they go give me. But I will say it again. If they call this election tomorrow 6 o'clock in the morning, Mother Bio will beat someone of them. And this time, it will not be 56%, I can assure them. This time, we will beat Samura will drag them. So that one they don't get percentage. Because we know the quality of the leader we have. And we know when our leader is in front of us, he leads with style. Now the only man we get to your dance routine. Now the only man we know get a message for him people. You cannot be a politician and stand in front of your people and have no message. It is simple. For the last 5 years, Mother Bio focused on 2 things: education and gender equality. Yes. Education for all. Every child in our country today have the opportunity to go to school free of charge for their parents. But it is the government of Sierra Leone who pays that bill. 22% of our GDP goes into education every year because Mother Bio prioritized education. If you want your country to be a progressive and developed country, you have to make sure your population is educated. And not just education, but fit for purpose education that will build your country. And And that is what Mother Bio is doing for our children. Me and you, we did not have that opportunity. But this opportunity that has been given to our kids, we will hold with our hearts and we will cherish with our lives. And then Mother Bio turned around and said, I'll give 30% to the women. Or we had, I will tell you now, that market woman, he understands this 30% than the elites. That woman waiting at the market, when they fish, when they sell fish, he know what 30% mean. So, for me, it is not about the ministers anymore. It is about giving us the voice. Today, the women in Sierra Leone can scream. And when they speak, Mother Bio had no choice but to listen. He has given us that opportunity. And that opportunity, please, let's not take it lightly. Make good use of it. Take it, run with it, and make the positive change that He expects of us. Tomorrow, we don't know what might happen. The political space is now open. Women, jump into these boats and let's run with it. This is an opportunity for all of us. If you feel you're a politician, don't sit at the back and say, well, I'm a politician, I can only go and vote. Politicians are jobs. Well, I keep saying I'm not a politician. Politicians' jobs, because for now I'm not a politician. I'm Mother Bio's wife. Politicians' job is to do what's right for their people. And you can only do that if you are at the front. So don't say, no, me, I don't want that person cost me mama. Now for can. If you're the one who will make our country the best country in this world, please don't sit at the back, come to the front, because Mother Bio has given us the lane to now channel our energy, channel our ideas, and we will make the country a better place. For me, there is no better time. There is no better time for being the First Lady of Sierra Leone. And you know what? If I go and come back, I will want to be the First Lady of Sierra Leone under the Mother Bio. Because no need to be First Lady if your husband is just going to imprison you. No need to be a First Lady if your husband is just going to use padlock and padlock your mouth and say, don't speak. Only pray to be a First Lady if your husband will give you the platform and allow you to do the things that you are able to do. So that is why I'm saying, if I go and come back, I would rather be, I don't want to be a First Lady, but if I have to be a First Lady, I want to be a First Lady under Mother Bio again. Because then I know He will give me the strength, He will continue to push me, He will give me the opportunity to be able to serve my people. And that is why I am always humble when I'm around you people, because you have given me an opportunity to serve you. You have given me the energy to be able to serve you. You have pushed me, even when sometimes, I can backfire sometimes. But even with that, you call me at the side and say, this one was wrong. Maybe you should have tried this way. And that criticism has helped me to navigate myself today. And today, I will say, I am not the best First Lady in the world, but I am counted among them. Oh, yeah. And that opportunity is only from Allah, and then because you people have given me this space, and you have pushed me, you have challenged me, you have given me an opportunity to try things, and whatever I present to you people, you back that. When you back the hands of our girls, you really didn't know what I was trying to do. But today, because of all of you, the hands of our girls is a global success. I want to say thank you. Thank you to you all. Now, the other thing, we know next election, Mother Bio is not going to contest. We are going to be looking for a new leader. We are going to look for a new chairman. We are going to look for a women's leader. We are going to look for a new executive. Don't sit in your corner and criticize. Come, let us choose our leaders together. Don't say, Fatima, choose this person. I can tell you, I know they choose no more so. But anyone who I choose, I swear it is Savuna. From the one I stood with Madam Hawafore. Hawafore contested against Fatmata Bokari. Fatmata Bokari, Nami Dalim, Oman Sabida one day. But I told her, the challenge that is in front of us, if I go with you, I am going to fail. I want to go with a woman that I believe is a grassroots woman. And Hawafore, Madam, system woman. I will support you again and again and again. I don't know, but now, you people, please, because North America, when it comes to convention, you are my biggest critics. I am presenting to you again, Hawafore. Now you have the opportunity to present me a chairman. Find us a chairman. Find us a secretary general. Find us executive members that can make our party a better party and make our party grow. Don't just criticize. Be part of the solution and find us the right people. Please, I'm challenging you now. Please, I have declared my own. I am supporting Hawafore. So in 2024, 2025, and I not say enough you can't tell me. If I have to tie Bora now, let me tie it. North America, my candidate for women's leader, because the only candidate I have, I am confirmed, I can confirm to you for national executive is Madam Hawafore. Oh yeah. All other position, una ki siso, una ki they beat me, una ki want kill me. I was following orders. And the orders was coming from His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. Where Madabio say go so? Una no say me like man, eh? Where say go so? Now that way they no more. So dear, una no go they beat me no more for them thing they una for the axe. Why this woman they do them here? Please, na bega they beg una. Me na Muslim woman. When me man talk, I go fala. So dear, I dey pray to God again. The next chairman we will get, where Madabio, because now the one Madabio they show me, I know mommy they follow. I dey pray let that one be the one we una self go want. So that this time, because North America, I don't want to na blabber at all. This time, I really want to go into that hall and don't say North America are here 100%. But I also want to assure you and say, anytime you see me go, that is the direction my husband has asked me to go. And I only follow my husband's instruction. So please, if you have anything against me for convention or convention, I'm not be keep pushing me. No. So forgive me. But again, he has always given us the right leader. And I'm happy. I will not change presiding for nothing. I will not change Hawafore for nothing. And I will not change Napoleon for nobody. And I'm happy we have them. We have won the election. And I don't know, but as far as I know, presiding in Napoleon might, that's how the constitution is, they might not contest again, because in this, so people, they third term, fourth term, fifth term, but they might not contest again. But Hawafore, this is her first term, and her first term has been fantastic for us women, and me, I'm declaring for her. Anybody else, wait now. I don't tie Bora to you, you say tie Bora to me. Show me your candidates and then tell me why we will go with that candidate. So ladies and gentlemen, I am humble again, I am grateful, and I want to say thank you. There is no better place to spend this rainy day but here with you people, because it makes me feel that I am one country, one people. May God bless us all. Thank you.
come with our just lady, the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Madabio, the keynote speaker. Alongside we would have the candidate for the next election, and Mrs. Hawa Forrest for lead the SLPP women.
Mrs. Fatima Madabio for that wonderful message. Thank you so much. Can we all give her a big round of applause? Thank you there. We appreciate you. Now, we're going on to the next item. That is the next speaker, Madam Isata Mahoy, Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs.
Dr. Isata Mahoy, now guest of honor, Minister of Gender, then you can talk to you now. If you just join Unity Broadcasting, Mina Jennifer BM Kuruma, within the SLPP North America Women's Council Conference here in New Jersey and the United States.
Before I start, make me sing one song side by side. Yes. Because it tells me actually about equality. Side by side, side by side. 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 Behind me, behind me. Behind me, before me. No longer men in front and the women at the back. But men and women walking side by side. Very simple. Okay. Excellency the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Madabio, colleague ministers of government here present, honorable members of parliament, regional women's leader Madam Aminata Amara, Tarawali Sai, former regional women's leader Madam Kalibela Jallo, national women's leader Madam Nawafoe, women of the North American branch. His Excellency, gentlemen, where with me today, I want to tell you plenty thank you, una come. This is our business, but una give me the honor and say una want to deal with me. We tell you thank you. Let me express my delight to be given the opportunity by the North American Women's Council to serve as the guest of honor in your second annual conference on the theme Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment. Permit me to also give a big thanks and appreciation to Her Excellency the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone for her immense contribution to the protection and promotion of the rights of women and girls in Sierra Leone. And I want to thank you, Her Excellency, because you are the person who asked me to come here, and I gladly honor your invitation. Moderators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we've come a long way in pushing for the emancipation of women in Sierra Leone. And our work will not end until we achieve parity in the political, social, economic spheres of life. As a nation, we have signed several international and regional instruments that purport or support gender equality and women's empowerment. Few of them include the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, which is the CEDAW, the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, the AU Protocol of the Charter on Human and People's Rights on the Women in Africa, aka Maputo Protocol, and others. Strengthening instrumental mechanism will go a long way to support gender equality and the empowerment of women. In 1998, a Women's Bureau was established in the Ministry of Social Welfare. In 1994, a gender desk was established in the Office of the Chairman and Head of State. NPRC, in 1996, the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs was established by the democratically elected government with a female cabinet minister. In 1998, after the AFRC-RAF interregnum, the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs was merged with the Ministry of Social Welfare to what was known as the Ministry of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs, to give prominence to gender equality and empowerment of women and children. This current government has separated the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs and that of the Ministry of Social Welfare, which is acclaimed as one of the biggest game changers for the empowerment of women. Because the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs is a big ministry on its own. You look at the social welfare aspect, it's also a big ministry of its own. And also it's created employment for 2 people instead of 1 person. So when you look at the ministries, the way they are structured now, we have 2 females heading separate, with 2 separate women. We thank His Excellency for that. At the national level, we have developed policies and enacted gender-responsive legislations to support the empowerment of women. In the year 2000, the government of Sierra Leone developed what is called the twin policies, the National Gender Mainstreaming Policy and the Policy on the Advancement of Women. The latter was forward-looking and projected by that of 2005. There shall be at least 40% of women in governance at all levels. This forward-looking strategy has, however, not actualized. In 2004, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission made both general and imperative recommendations on women, and one of the imperative recommendations suggested that at least 30% of women should be in governance at all levels, which is the affirmative action. In 2007, a landmark gender justice law was made in the House of Parliament, with the 3 bills passed in Parliament on the same day for the empowerment of women and girls. These include the Domestic Violence Act of 2007, the Devolution of Estate Act, and the Registration of Customary Marriage and Divorce Act of 2009. This was indeed an historic moment where the parliamentary debate went on till 9:30 p.m. And then the late Speaker, Justice Cohen, wanted to adjourn the business of the House. Women stood their ground and said, no. No parliamentarian will leave until we pass these 3 bills. And then it happened. This is a clear manifestation that when women unite for a common cause, that affects our constituents, we can achieve it. This is why I'm appealing to all of you seated here. Because what we have seen or what we have heard in the past is about fragmented decisions of fragmented groups within the same group, which is uncalled for. So, today, I'm here pleading on your behalf. If you want to see the SLPP prosper, we have to act as one group. We have to support each other. We have to ensure that whatever is good for the country, we should focus on it as SLPP strong women. So this is my special plea to you. And I look forward for us to be able to achieve that. Madam Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you know, this is also one of the things that we're looking forward to ensure that there is gender parity and women's empowerment. His Excellency has truly manifested that through his supportive wife, who is seated right behind me. In 2018, Her Excellency the First Lady successfully launched the Answer for Our Girls campaign, which has become household name in Sierra Leone today, as the campaign has reached every chiefdom in the country. In the year 2020, the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Policy was adopted, which paved the way for the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act 2022. The government of Sierra Leone is using two-step approach for the empowerment of women and attainment of gender equality. In addition to direct interventions on policies and laws on gender equality and women's empowerment, our gender mainstreaming efforts are yielding the much more dividends. In 2022, the government passed into law the several bills that will contribute to the empowerment of women. These include the Customary Land Rights of 2022, the Land Commission Act of 2022, the Public Elections Act of 2022, the Political Party Regulation Commission Act of 2022, the Mines and Minerals Development Act of 2022. Why do you think these acts are passed, and why do you think they favor women? Because just like the First Lady said, it is not only the 30% that people here in the GW Act. All of these are compounding instruments that will support the advancement of women. So if you look at the legislation of customary marriage or customary land rights, it tells you that even in the provinces, before now, when women cannot own property, today, women can own property. Yes. We also look at, like the First Lady also mentioned, that when your husband dies, when a spouse dies, leaving the wife behind, the family will come and then take charge in the home. Now it's not going to be possible because there is a law that supports women. And there is also a law of cohabitation, which if you have spent 5 years with a man, you are automatically becoming man and wife. And all you have to do is register that particular union. You don't have to have plenty money to go and register it. You go to the council, it is just 50,000. It was like this before, 50,000 years or 50 years now, which you will call 1 or 2 witnesses to say, oh, we have stayed together for 5 years, but we want to register this union so that it becomes legal. So when any of the spouse dies, it becomes imperative that you are the actual legal spouse of that particular person who is deceased. So whatever you have worked for, both of you, you have the share, and the children too. So we should not forget them. The Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act of 2022 makes provision for the following. At least, the caveat says, at least 30% representation of women in elective positions, that is parliamentary and local council. So it is saying that at least every political party, once you wanted to contest, you should give premium at least 30%, but it should be more than 30%. Oh, yes. And it should be in safe seat positions. If you are giving as a political party, you have to give women safe places, safe seats, in places where you know you'll be able to win as a political party. So the number of women in parliament will increase. Before now, how many percent of women did we have in parliament? That was 12.3% or 12.5%. Now we've got close to 30%. Yeah. Because we've got 42 women in parliament today. And in the past parliament, the 5th parliament, it was 18. So we have doubled the number. And you look at also women that have been appointed. The past tenure, we had 5 women. Today, we have 10 full ministers. and we have 11 deputy ministers. So the number is increasing. And His Excellency, all thanks to it, we've got more than 34% of women represented in appointed positions. And more are yet to come in the ambassadorial position.
Oh, yes.
So we are moving. So also, at least 30% representation of women in appointed positions. I've talked about cabinet. Now we're looking for the high commissioners as well. Even in the parastatals, like them, nurses, other places like there. Like you have to have women, SLRA, you have to have women to be heading those places. Then at least 30% representation of women in decision-making positions in public and private bodies. That is why my ministry is now engaging the private sector, which is also the high employer of people, to also look at what the law says and ensure that they employ women in higher positions in their companies. So we are engaging them. When I go back to Britain, we'll be calling them into meeting. We'll be having workshops so that we introduce the act to them. We reintroduce because they have heard about it. But we need them to understand every sentence in that act so they will not take advantage of women. Also, we are looking at equal pay for equal skills and competence. What used to happen is that when they employ women of the same skill set or capabilities, sometimes they look at women as not being capable, despite your skills and everything. So they will pay men more, saying that women, because they have to take care of the homes, they have to ask for excuses, their pay is always reduced. So we are advocating that every woman, as long as you have the right skill set, you have the capabilities as the men, you have to be paid equally. So that is also inside. The prohibition of sexual harassment in workplaces. I'll give you, you see these things, we need to understand them. I'll give you an example, a typical example. What I did a study before coming into governance now. I did a study for the Ministry of Health as a consultant. And in that study, there are 2 or 3 questions which was asking the women, do you experience sexual harassment in the workplace? And guess what the answers are? No. Inside salon, we don't know what is sexual harassment. And these are women that we have interviewed. It's a pity because we don't know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to our rights, when it comes to our body. So even touching, when a man touches you in a way and manner that you don't like it, you have to talk about it. Man no go come, you can't tell you, say, look in big ways. All that one day, I can't be Bobby so. All that thing in this particular door, it's like for look inside, what we go do for stop farm. But sometimes we the woman herself, I will say, can be the accomplice. So then so the law will look into that. This is why we encourage people. This is why we're encouraging people to be well mannered, to also have self-esteem. Because what happens is that some women, when they want to go searching for a job, they will also have ways of enticing men. They say when you talk so all of these are issues. I'm not pointing fingers at people here, but I'm also saying that we should also take note of those things. Make sure you are confident enough to be able to seek for a job, and you feel very much responsible when you are given that responsibility. We are also looking at, the law is also looking at paid maternity leave extended from 12 weeks to 14 weeks. Before now, it was 3 months. So we have increased 2 more, we have added 2 more weeks on to that 12 weeks. And it should be fully paid when you take that leave. Before now, it was problematic. And sometimes once you complain as a female, you are asked to leave the company or the organization. So we want to see that the private sector or employers of people will also follow that particular aspect of the law. Then financial inclusion for women and access to finance. We know the problem we face today in our country, the economic hardship. But it's not only in Sierra Leone. It is everywhere. Even as we sit here, everybody is experiencing economic hardship. The prices are going up each and every day. Increments. There is inflation in almost every country in the world. So that is why we are also advocating to our development partners to ensure that we bring projects together that will include women into the development sphere by giving them financial services and with little collateral or no collateral at all. Because sometimes when we go to financial institutions to borrow loan or to get loan, they ask us for collateral that is even bigger than the loan that they know women cannot have access to. Yes. If you don't have land, how can they ask you to give land as a collateral? So we want to see that there is a soft way, a soft path for women to be able to access finance in Sierra Leone so that they'll be able to empower themselves economically and even socially, because when you are economically empowered, you'll be working with your head of eye and you feel very comfortable and confident. So also we're looking at how we mainstream gender in sectoral policies, laws and strategies and action plans. Now the government is developing our new midterm development plan, which spans from 2024 to 2028. Yes. So because the last one, which was 2019 to 2023, is ending this December. So we're working together. All ministries are going to be involved in that particular process to ensure that issues of gender are also included. They are mainstream into that particular policy that will guide us as a country in the next 5 years so that we'll be able to achieve the gender equality. And last but not the least is promote gender responsive budgeting and establishment of gender units within all the MDAs. Gender budgeting, which is key. Are we together? Yes. Gender budget. Are we together? Yes. No, we are not together. We are not together. So these are very key, because if you talk about gender budgeting, it means that we're looking at every aspect of, let's say, the MDAs and the ministry departments and agencies. Whatever projects they want to do in any project or program, they should have a percentage for women or children put together, because that budget serves as the catalyst for the development of women's activities. So each MBA is charged with that responsibility, that you should be able to do a gender budgeting and keep that budget specifically for women's issues. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the President has said time and time again that the future of Sierra Leone is female. Yes. He has manifested it by appointing several females, young people in leadership positions. This is no news to you now. You have seen the cabinet that he's working with. His actions truly corroborates a talk and do president. And we have every reason to let him succeed and prove him right that the future of Sierra Leone is female. Yes. Hello. Yes. On my part as a minister, my ministry has concluded training of gender focal points in all ministries. And we are looking forward to collaborating with each of them to ensure that the gender strategies are mainstream in their policies, plans, and strategies. We are not just to focus on political empowerment. It is for the elites. That's what they say. But what about the women in the local communities? So we want to ensure that every woman, even if you are behind Mongo, close to the Guinea border, you should be part of the development that is going to happen. So this is why the ministry is looking forward to ensuring that every woman is being involved in the process. Yes. And also, the ministry is currently working with UN Women and Care International to implement a project on economic development. Yes. So best practices will be shared in all the districts so that every district we have women that will benefit from that particular project. So Calabar is just a case study. And also, let me conclude once more by thanking the organizers here, thanking Her Excellency the President. So I want to thank you for letting me stand here to give you this long but interesting statement. I want to thank you.
Madam Minister of Gender, Dr. Aisha Mahoy, just talked about the gender bill.
Thank you.
Very encouraging to the women of the SLTVChannel.
Of Gender and Children's Affairs, Madam Aisha. Thank you. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I think my task is here. I'm finished. I'm going to hand over the mic to the moderators. It was a pleasure. The Women's Council.
Thank you, let me lift my wing. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Dr. Rogers is a medical doctor, but she came in when I needed her most, and she has done more than what I expected her to do, so I'm grateful. She flew from Georgia. She's always there. I say thank you. But yeah, we get with pride items then. We ended up for the 2028 account. All in our SLPP. So I guess, and even the women here, you see this? Where you want block, just put another say it, make small notes. And we get to SLPP fund. We get with SLPP fund. And woman then, Colos, I don't say Kiko, we get with lead band then. I said, what you done? You go put him at the needle. When you want block, you just pull him. The rubber now you need, the rubber you make so. SLPP all the way. You see this bag set? Now SLPP. So do ya, Madam Treasurer, we can forget more of these SLPP. So do ya, we have our pride items. I just wanted to say that. And it's $30. That one there was so seed. It is $30. Do ya? Again, we know we are overbearing, but it is it is beneficial to us. Let we do this so we can we not go struggle. This morning is going. We want for open the first, even though they said it existed. My former boss is here, and she's here because she started this. Auntie Kari, I always say thank you because you started this. I will not be here if you're not seated there. We want to open a bank account. When we are doing this event, it was a struggle. So we want to get we own money. We want to do anything, we know we go to region. And we can be a standalone. Please support this event because we are open with bank account. We also want to recognize the president of the Women's Forum, Madam Sally Adams. Can you please stand? About woman, a lot of party posting. In our woman, it promotes like what the gender minister say. And we have our dynamic, ever living the treasurer of the Grand Old Party, Madam Martha Cocilia Canago. She's in the house. She's in the house. And we get some constituency and women's leaders there. I want to recognize from Atabari. These people are serving, they are there. I don't know, but she's here. Yes, no, shop. So they are here. So, and to the rest of we guests them, we are glad you guys are here. And we continue to welcome you. And again, Justina Kutubuna, constituency women's leader. Some of you know we know how you can operate. And also women's leader business anybody now will come on North America when I just go say women's leader say now immigration is now they put the put woman and they for let them help with. So anybody who want to renew passport, When I call you know, and when I go, they say women see that say that can help me. She is there to represent us. Thank you, thank you. And I think I will hand over the mic to the moderators. I think you guys have the mic, and I'm not gonna say it. So here you go. So you guys don't need this, right? Please, the pride item, $30. But I all try to get them. We get money for 2028. Thank you very much, Madam Regional Women's Leader. We appreciate you campaigning all the time to look for money for the region so we can keep this party moving. Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, Fatima Mara Jabi Dio. Oh, you don't pay for the Jabi, eh? Okay, I'm a big brother again for me. I honor him. Because of time, I would like to say all other protocols duly observed. We are going into the nitty-gritty of this event now. I know you're eating your food, but let's have some quietness here. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and participants at this Women's Council Forum, I am honored to welcome you to the Symposium on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Law in Sierra Leone. I am one of two moderators for today's engaging and vital discussions. My co-moderator is here. Her name is
Anne-Marie Williams.
Thank you. To set the stage, we understand that, can we have some quiet, please? We understand that the Minister for Gender and Women's Affairs has already delved into what the discussions are today. We have set aside a group of panelists here who are supposed to talk on those issues. For now, because we have actually done the nitty-gritties, we will reduce their timing from the 5 minutes that we had actually earlier allocated to them to speak for about 2 minutes each. That way we can all leave this hall and go back and get ready to come back here in time at 8 o'clock. So to set this stage, I'd like to emphasize the significance of this gathering. Gender equality and women's empowerment are not just buzzwords. They are fundamental principles that contribute to the development and well-being of any society, and that includes our own society, Sierra Leone. So I will hand over the mic to my colleague, co-moderator, to continue this and also to introduce our panelists for today. Anne-Marie.
Thank you so much, Madam Josephine Kambara. Like you said, just an addendum to what she just said. Time is not in our favor, so we're just gonna do 2 minutes instead of the 10 minutes that we have there. And the good thing is, our honorable minister has already gave us an in-depth of what we need to know of the bill. So that being said, I'm just gonna go straight ahead and introduce our panelists. First of all, I'm gonna start with the man himself, the custodian of this region. You know, he's a brother, a hard-working man, and he has done a lot in this region. I'm not gonna go in depth with the introduction because everybody knows Desmond Pesima. His name is a household name, both in North America as well as Sierra Leone. So our first panelist is gonna be the chairman of this region, Desmond Pesima. Desmond, you wanna just say hi, and just for those who don't know you, I know everybody does, but for the heck of it, just go ahead and.
Good afternoon, Madam First Lady. Thank you very much for coming.
Short, snappy. And next, I think we have Next in my list, I have Miss Martine Colon, who happens to be part of New Jersey chapter. Any other position that I have to mention? That's it? All right, thank you so much. Say something.
My name is Maddie Kellon. I'm from New Jersey chapter, and thank you to my regional women leader for giving me this opportunity to get this time.
And next in my list, I have the woman himself, the chapter head for Delaware, Mrs. Dende Kapoy, before I get in trouble. All right.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome First Lady. Thanks to the chairman for the Delaware chapter, the doctor's proposal.
All right, I guess I missed a doctor's part, huh? Okay, next is Miss Kelly Lewis from the Washington chapter. Every time I mention Washington, something just happened to me. She's from Washington, and she's gonna be part of this part of the discussion of.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see you guys. I hope we're all having fun. It's a good day.
So thank you very much. At this stage, we'll give an opportunity to all of our panelists to say a word or two concerning the bill. We will start with Chairman
Zima, who was supposed to speak specifically to give the give some preliminary information about the bill, but since the minister has delved into it, maybe he can cut his remarks shortly. Can you, Chairman Basima?
Madam First Lady, ministers of government, honorable members of parliament, the leadership of the Sierra Leone People's Party here present, fellow panelists, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good afternoon and thank you for coming. We're here because we want to discuss very, very important issue that is of essence around the world and also in Sierra Leone in particular, which is gender parity and giving women the opportunity and also safeguarding an environment to protect women's health and the progressive agenda of women. And I'm going to speak as a politician, and I'm also going to speak as an ordinary citizen of Sierra Leone who wants to ensure that the women are in a better position to develop our nation. Thank you to His Excellency for understanding the historical challenges that have deprived women in Sierra Leone from moving forward or from developing. One of those challenges was the fact that history had women in the minority. They had placed women to mere housewives and also as people who helped the men in their farms. So that is what women, and also childbearing. We all understand that is the gender role that our tradition and our history ascribe to women. But His Excellency understood that that has prevented women and our country from developing. So that is why he made a deliberate effort to put into law provisions that will change that dynamic, that will change the perception of women as being housewives or mere servants or helpmates in the farms, to people who will work with us side by side, use their own talent, and also protect them from all exploitations. And that is not going to just benefit SLPP women. That is going to benefit women in the entirety of Sierra Leone, and also going to contribute to the global development as well. So this is not just for SLPP. Today, whilst the women of SLPP North America are discussing these very, very important things that will improve the livelihood of all women in Sierra Leone, we have other political parties who are crying down this bill and who are pelting modern invectives on women.
And so, us taking the deliberate move to address gender equality is very, very important, and I'm sure it should be accepted and promoted across all political spectrum. Now we have certain things that are fundamentally depriving or hindering gender equality and women empowerment. For example, let's take our religion. No prejudice to the Islam religion, but Islam is one of the religions that are really not promoting women empowerment. For example, it is giving men the opportunity to marry 4 women and more, as long as they say you can take care of them. Practically, we know no one man is going to be able to satisfy all 4 women together. So there's going to be a situation where some women are going to be underdeveloped, they are going to be under-empowered, and there's going to be some bias in the home to start with, and that particular stigma, and demotivation will transcend in the world. Also in the way we worship, our minister was singing side by side, but when we go to the mosque, we say let the women go to the back. I don't know why they send them to the back, yes, that is religion, but the religion functions under the law of the state. So if there are some aspects of the religion which is undermining women empowerment, we have to say it, and those are things that we should address. Alright? So, number 2, no prejudice to the Islam religion. In fact, even Christianity has some form of way of taking away pride from women. We have some Christian denominations or doctrine that we say women are not allowed to wear earrings. They should always tie their heads when coming to church. That also is a way of undermining women empowerment and the freedom of women to engage in things that they want to engage in. So it is important for us to confront these religious doctrines and have them be participants, active participants, in promoting women empowerment in our country. There are so many things. For example, and I want to talk to the men also, and some of the composition of this bill, and how if the men are not careful, if the men do not take their time, the women are going to be in charge of everything. They will be in the majority and will be in the minority. And this is the reason why. Please give me 1 more minute. And this is the reason why I say so. Alright? Now, His Excellency has, provided what we call radical inclusion, right? So this means women are going to be given more opportunity to learn, more educational opportunities. Women who are studying core sciences are given free tuition and everything. And mind you, they are 30% ahead of us already. And their population is more than us, the men. You have more women, and they are giving them more education, they are giving them more empowerment, and if we don't tighten up our belts as men, the women are coming after us, and they will take over, and things like that.
Thank you. We know you're a champion of men and women. And so as we advocate for women, we're advocating for our male counterparts as well. We will go with the next speaker. The next person on the panel is Ms. Martin Colon, New Jersey chapter, to speak on part 2 of the bill that speaks specifically to reserve seats and appointments to public office. Thank you, Marty. You have about 2 minutes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to my regional women's leader for giving this opportunity to be part of the panel to speak on this great bill. That's $1. I will be talking about part 2, which says reserve seats and appointments to public office. How do we reserve these seats? It says 30% of constituency seats reserved in each district specified in the first schedule shall be reserved exclusively for female candidates contesting parliamentary elections.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, Good afternoon. I am pleading for those of you in the back serving food to at least pay attention to this all-important discussion. That's why we're here today. Let's be respectful to the people on the high table, as well as our distinguished speakers who are participating here. I'm talking to the women at the door. Can you lower your voice if you're seated by the door? Thank you.
Still on the reserved seats in public elections. The bill also does say 30% of what seats reserved in each locality specified in the second schedule shall be reserved exclusively for women candidates contesting in local council elections. My fellow women, on this bill over here, after doing a good research, in the last election of June 24, 2023, for the 3 female candidates, 1 seat out of the 135. Compared to the previous parliament, it was only 14.5%. This election of 2024, the women's proportion in the parliament was up to 30.41%. Thank you to His Excellency, and thank you to our First Lady for that. I also dug more into the research and saw that the surge of the women's MP has largely and overall the proportion of women of MPs in Sierra Leone is well above the average in West Africa. I think that is something we should be proud of. Maybe you did not hear me clearly. Women's conference. The theme is gender equality and women's empowerment. I've just told you, or I've just read to you, that the past election, or the bill, the Gender Bill Act, has made Sierra Leone to be above all West African countries with a total of women in parliament. That is huge. Now, the second part of that, reserved seats and appointments to public office. In the previous elections, we didn't have too many appointees for ministerial positions. But like the minister just said, we have 9 ministers now, full-rank ministers, and 12 deputy ministers. That is also an improvement to all. Okay. I'm going to the last part of the bill, on part 2, which says here, appointment positions in public office. It does say that entities of persons liable on conviction shall be fined not less than 50,000. So meaning that if you are found guilty of discrimination and not doing the proportion, because every aspect, even to private sectors, all women should have 30%. So if you fail to do that, there are penalties for that. And to our First Lady, on behalf of all the women, home and abroad, I want to recognize and thank you for your immense contribution for the enactment of the GUE bill, the initiative of Hands Off Our Girls, initiative and the distribution of free sanitary pads for young girls in our country. I also want to commend you for your effort, your relentless effort, ensuring that the United Nations declared November 18 UN World Day for the prevention and the healing from child sexual exploitation, abuse, and violence. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Martin. Next, we're gonna have this. I know our speaker, the chairman, we gave him an exception because, first of all, being among women deliberating on issues regarding women, we have to give him extended time. Yeah, gender equality. Yeah, so
So please, can we just go with the 2 minutes? I don't know, 2 minutes, please. Let's keep to that so that way we can, you know. Yeah, 2. Yeah, that's true. So our next, I think, Mrs. Dende Dorcas, Mrs. You next? Oh, my bad. All right. Okay, so next we have Miss Khadija Lewis from Washington chapter. I think we're going to be talking on the promotion. All right. 2 minutes now. Okay, 2 minutes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, all ladies. I don't think, or I should not say that, we are making history. We are all going to go down. History in the country that we love so much. I want to thank you all. I want to thank especially the First Lady for pioneering this bill. As I sit here and listen to what everybody has said, it's giving me goosebumps because we are really heading forward. We are really, and I heard when the president said that, I think it's 2035 or so, he wants the country to be a middle-class country. We're here. This is one of it. When you empower women, the country moves forward. There is no if and but. So, really, when you look at what it's saying here, we have to equal pay, promoting gender equality, access to finance, all of that has been said. My question is, what do we have to do to own this bill? What do we as a region, what are we going to do to keep this going in the next 10, 20, 30 years? What are we going to put together? We need to sit down and own this. The politicians, the government, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're making the noise. We have to continue. We have to have database. We have to talk to the people. We have to go down to the Kutam Road, the Wax, Serabo, everywhere in Sierra Leone to make sure that this bill does not die. It's not going to die, but we have to make sure that it continues. So what I'm trying to say is we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. So let's sit down, let's talk, let's have committees, let's put all hands on deck to make sure that the president is not did this and is also happy for what he has done for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Kitty Lewis. And I'd like to call on our last speaker, my own sister, Chairman Dende Dorcas Cowboy of the DVC chapter.
That's my chairman, that's my chairman.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, I hear you. Yes, having heard what everybody has said about the bill, why we got here, what we need to do with the bill, what the bill has in for the women of Sierra Leone, as I read through to prepare for what's not happening, my take was, I thought of, I'm supposed to be talking about the implementation of the bill. And what my take on that was, as we prepared for this conference, we held meetings, we've had separate committees, we planned, we did everything, we had a great plan for today. The implementation of the bill is today. So when I talk about implementation, when I think about implementation of the bill is no matter what grand plans, the president had, no matter what our First Lady brought to the table for us, if we do not implement the plan, if the act is not implemented, it's not done. So my take is, what has SLPP done? And I had a whole list of what SLPP did, or what SLPP is doing to implement, to make sure that the act is in progress, to make sure that the act is acted upon. And that's what we need to be focusing on. I cannot delve into all that now because of my 2 minutes. But I know the Women's Council is doing something. I know Parliament is doing something to make sure that the bill is enacted. And we need to, women's leader, National Women's Leader touched on that, about not just leaving the the act to the elites, but that we need to focus on the grassroots. We need to go to boilers, we need to talk to Bonu, we need to make sure that Joe in the village knows that the wife that he has a say and has a right. And if the bill is not implemented, trust me, it's not done. So my challenge and my word to First Lady is ensure that we do not leave this bill hanging. My concern is once we leave, I don't know when, maybe in 20, 50 years, when our cousins come back into power, are they going to make sure that this is followed through? That it's not just an SLPP bill, that they'll just drop the document that an SLPP business. But let's make sure that it is carried down and it is for real for our women in Sierra Leone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our exact sentiments about continuity of this bill. Some of the naysayers have always asked, how do you extend this beyond today? One of my first questions would be, I think we're going to give the audience an opportunity to ask questions to either the panelists or to Madam Honorable Minister and other ministers who were parts of this bill, or even to Madam First Lady. Sure. One of my questions, maybe food for thought, as we come to the members of parliament here, honorable members of parliament, would be the constitutional review is taking place now. How do we ensure that this act actually gets into the Constitution so it becomes a document etched in stone? Etched in stone. So for those of you who are going to be reviewing that Constitution, we would like to encourage you to actually focus on gender and women's issues. And then once that Constitution has been amended, that will be an opportunity for us to revise that bill. This is just a food for thought. Madam Honorable Member of Parliament.
Thank you very much. The concern when I want for raise Naija is, I believe, say, we as the member of parliament, where we sit down Naija, where we now talk about gender bill, to bill again. They don't become law. Now gender acts. Because they don't become a law, we don't already pass on our parliament. So now gender acts. Then secondly, I believe say before we can Emma seen Lamina before be one of the panelists then, because we discussed on that one day. And I believe that one of the member of parliament before don't take the seat Yana for explain to una more especially Honorable Rebecca when they begin at the forefront for this gender act. So if you for explain how they come about and how they do them, then it will be interested so we and people them will not understand how this bill is. Then we will able to follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Honorable. Thank you, Madam Honorable.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Honorable Rebecca Kamala. I don't decide for talk English. Because when we go down to people, then na Creole, na Mende, na Fono, na Timini, na Limba, we dey talk for make them understand. Of course, my sister don't talk na law now. When it not become law, it's the only we call them B. When it don't become law, we call them act. Just for make I just give small comments, you know, go reach 2 minutes, 1 minute. Is that I want that we all know say the act, the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Act, it actually not been giving the full power for able get the number we'll get today. But as we talk, presidentbio, now God sends for we. The Public Election Act, Section 58, Part 2. Now, in we think today, when we get 42 women in the parliament, What in section 58(2) say? It say during the nomination, every political party for any 3 nomination, 1 for the woman. So in mandatory, it say at least. So in left to the political party, it can put 2 women, 1 man, or it puts 2 men, 1 woman. So when the Public Election Act, it give it rank. Like when we sister they talk just now, one of the moderator, we really, Mama Dio, I tell you thank you. Yes. It's good you there. One thing we don't know how comes they set up the committee for the constitutional review. We find out that only 1 woman in the committee. And because of that 1 woman, we're not saying not strong, but when we may pass the GIWI, we call it GIWI in short, the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Act, what they pass them, they pull Bokuti inside. Even that thing that says safe seats. When talk about says safe seats, if you look the languages in the bill, it is not mandatory. In the bill by then, it was not mandatory. When we ready for passing, everything where they did, now a thing that says, if una wants, read the English. So we get woke, but then say, if you dey look for us, then you are drink for smoking up for them. One thing where we all for clap for, one make we clap for presidentbio. For any country where we make law and a critical law, gender laws in every country, we even get a pass of Boku BB country there because we get law now. Right? Yes. If there is no political will, no way that law that they pass. Any political will on the one thing on the left with presidentbio do when they come into leadership, the first thing we declare now waiting state of emergency on people that where they rape. And what she declare? Yes. When he declare and I say make we review the Sexual Offences Act. Now the first law that the way we review. Because Boku people them, even we women they waste it down. Boku get mark of rape. We no go talk am. But it deter a lot of progress in women. So what he say, if they stop for rape girl picking there, then girl picking and they go grab. So if we make any law, tomorrow, then law they will favor their girl picking. So my mama said, he said at home, make them not rape their girl picking and launch the answer for girls. So with that, I believe say, we get a role for prayer now. 2 things are they say. If the Constitutional Review Committee, Madam Minister, if we able, they part of some of them discussion, we they begin because the law, the Constitution, it really not give it a free answer. Woman business not they for talk say, woman they forget. So we need this law. Make some part of make them inside the Constitution. If they give it time for them to review the Gender Equality and Women Empowerment Law. Without that, we not go get time for review that law. And we find we are don't start now. If find before this 5 year they don't. In the 3rd year possibly. Make that law this GIWI Act. Make it review. For them to capture so many things and change some of the languages waiting inside. We happy or we glad because some countries not get her. We will get her. We have to make use of her. Then secondly, after that review, before the review they take place, make people they understand the provisions. We not go for wait the ministry. We serve as members of parliament here as women there. Make we go to constituencies. More read this present law. May we understand and now we aid. And we interpret and amend, interpret and kono, for let the lay woman understand say, when a man die, nobody can kick and come out that house. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Honorable Member of Parliament, Becky Sam. Thank you. Some of them see your way in talk. You deep. but we dey beg una wey sit down at the well of parliament. Just like we all agree, say this thing for go na the constitution. As una sit down inside that well of parliament, na damn that una get for go discuss. Some of them secret here, don't we left out because we don't know. We all wear green, but some say we don't know who that they are green. So there are certain issues that have to be addressed in the well of parliament amongst yourselves. And that's why we were talking about unity and togetherness. So as soon as they go, we're not begin watching a copy and back because
it's not SLPP Women's
Council
Conference in New Jersey. If you just join Unity Broadcasting in Agenda BM Kuruma, with it in New Jersey with the woman and SLPP they discuss the gender equality, women's empowerment. Okay, so now they will join in here. So the young generation leader, Mr. Hindolo Barnett, the former regional chairman, Mr. Lawrence Andy, there will be current chairman for New Jersey chapter, Mr. Henry Stevens. So we tell thank you, thank you. That's when I asked for talk. Now we try for a takeover from then demanded.
We know, but we don't know all. You guys know better than we do. And looking forward now. Next I will get program, trust me. Now that is that one can teach me. Who said we for teach that salon? Now we sit down and teach. That's how it works. So thank you so much for that, and we appreciate that, and we will learn from that. And also lastly, we will make sure say all what we discuss the minister when you ready for gold, and you document where you get. Pass that to me. And some of the concern that we will make like a white paper book way. We will coordinate with the national women's leader. Well, we go Peter. You know, these are things that we can work with her. Like, hey, how can the diaspora help in if now go to sensitization, how we can come in and help also. These are something we can look at as diaspora. Women, we can do it, right? Yes. So yeah, let's go forward. Concern? I think somebody
Thank you. Madam Minister wanted to respond to a concern raised.
The concern with the constitutional review, and also some of the gaps that were inside the law, what we get right now. We recognize, say there are gaps, and then gaps and recognize there are gaps in the law, and then gaps and if we want to address them, we're not going to forget the full advancement of women. So now we get the constitutional review. We voice them will be hard. I mean, when they do lots of consultations. Already civil society and government can work together in terms of ensuring that we identify the gaps that we already did and actually the recommendations that we already provide. So that's how you rest assured say we will really do them. Now on the popularization of the law itself, the ministry are in charge with the responsibility, and we work with each and everybody. We work with the parliamentarians then, we work with every other person for make sure so we popularize to the grassroots level. And that's what we try for do now. Every village for able to get the message of this act. So what we do as a ministry, even infographics, and then picture, when they explain what is this particular section, what it say, we do picture where people are seeing, they will go understand, say, oh, now this is not the talk about. We will show television screening in their village, where they can go, where they explain to people, and so everybody will get to understanding whether you want school or you want to school.
We have one person here, the male champion.
This is the former regional chairman, Dr. Lawrence Andy. Thank you on the mic.
Thank you. I must say this women are here. Well, I think when our part of we also helped in the conversation. I think it will add more weight. But the question will come, I think, from one of the moderators. It distinctly say the Constitution and the Act. And I'm glad the parliamentarians are here. So let me say, I'm voice quick to that, because I don't say, let it all revoke SO2 or repeat me other thing. But I think people understand the Act is not going to know better. But an act that takes a series of steps, starting from thinking about the concept to a bill, they go cabinet will approve, they come back to parliament, finally it becomes a law. One thing we have to understand, the power where the legislative arm get is very supreme. Matter of fact, 3 branches of government we get. I don't know the read on our history, but we're not going to know the weight until you confront these people in parliament. The executive arm there, the legislative arm there, and the parliament and the judiciary there. The power when this arm carry is extremely heavy. Matter of fact, I don't know if you understand, say, if the parliamentarians that get together, they can even revoke some of the authorities of the president. This arm very supreme. Now, when we get women populated in parliament today, it is very sacred for understand that. So the act itself, the steps where it don't take, and they say it overshadow that constitutional review panel. The constitutional review panel, a panel where His Excellency constitutes. It puts experts in there. When they done their work, they therefore bring them back to His Excellency. His Excellency therefore bring them to the cabinet, which are the executive arm. That executive arm led by his president, whether he likes it or not, is going to bring it to this body. He will say, look at her. So you see, say, when you get more women in parliament, when you get them for champion a cause, it will help a lot. So this act don't not play with her. I'm not saying the honorable minister don't talk this stuff. They say loopholes in there. In every act, every law, loopholes are in there. But you take the values the way they are now. And if you need them for look at the act again and review. Now this arm, now you get the ultimate decision. So me not go say for worry much about how many people in there, the constitutional review panel. Ultimately, if we strengthen the ideas and the number of women in parliament, they will do exploits. And that's why I'm really happy for that. We don't want me that crazy.
Thank you very much. You explained it so distinctly. And I just want to say yes, the advocacy begins here. We bring that issue now up so as they bring up something inside the Constitution, the advocacy begins here. Acts or laws are made through advocacy. So we start the advocacy from the NGO then. Madam Minister and the NGO, right? We go to the minister then. We get our male champions like Dr. Sandy Speakianga. And then we make sure say we people in West London at the well of parliament. They say they know say constituencies then they were interested in the issues here. So thank you. This is part of the advocacy. One more man, and then we'll get to Oh. I'll give 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Welcome, Excellency, Dr. Fatima and Julius Mahadio, and good afternoon to you all, ministers Excellency, the question we get is that most of the women that were there today are strong religious people. And as the first lady declares, they always follow the instructions of the husband. Now the question what gets with this lawyer will make it good because it don't minimize or reduce or zero down a lot of abuses from we demanded.
Mr. Ahmed Boli from Virginia
Chapter.
Chapter.
Forget, in the 2 books that we began as Alone and the Bible and the Quran, we talk about loving your wife and women being submissive. So, when I'm at parliament, when I'm the English lawyer, how benchmarks the woman for books of the law, where we are not override with natural right of sovereignty. Make this lawyer wait tomorrow. Woman they not override the representation, the natural right of representation as a man, and the natural right of sovereignty. and power where God don't give it.
You know, where man they use tradition and call it religion. Thank you. Please, sir, I want you to tell me any sign of the Quran where Allah say, woman, in fact, inside the Quran, what did Allah say to every man? He said, woman not even allowed for pick a pin. You should make that you woman like your idol. You not so allow your woman cry. You for respect your woman. Even where Muslim Monday, then they use tradition, claim say na religion, say let them go marry more than one wife. Inside the Quran, Allah say, you only allow for marry that woman there if you force wife go marry her for you. In there inside the Quran. So I beg, I don't want to again. Religion. Because that tradition, if you don't understand the Quran, no use tradition and call it religion. In the Quran, you can tell you now woman are the first person after Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will accept Islam. Woman. And that woman there, now in the first person will spend all the money for make Islam tina pusa ide so. And the blessing of that woman there again, after Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, now the first person will go for enter inside heaven. So you see how God make woman first priority. Yes. Listen, I beg, we not go to that thing. I beg.
In the back here. This will be our last question because we have to move on. This conversation is getting very exciting. We have one more question in the back and this will be our last question.
The young generation leader for the SLTVChannel.
This question this question goes to the National Women's Leader and also the First Lady. My name is Hilo Barnett, still the individual and young generation leader. The Young Generation Council, according to the Constitution, they between the age of 18 to 45. Inside North America, we don't get several chapter young generation leaders who are affiliated. And also, we are executive under the leadership of Desmond Pesima, a very diverse. But unfortunately, when you go through, when you see the composition of the Young Generation Council, majority are male dominated. So we don't see a lot of personally don't do for empower young people. And I think say as a legacy statement for him and also the National Women's Executive, how we are going for the Young Generation Council and Salon for get more young people and young women for participate in the council. I do remember when we be going to Kenema. I see majority of who will be in Amanda. I don't see no young woman there will participate in the Young Generation Council. I think a lot has to be done in that aspect nationally. And I want this opportunity for we talk to First Lady and also National Women's Leader to see how we forget more young women in our salon for being part of the Young Generation Council.
Thank you. The young people are advocating for women. Madam First Lady, would you like to respond to that question or? Okay. Yeah, one last. There was a question to the National Women's Leader for Madam First Lady. Oh, she's in the restroom. Hey, Lolo. When the women's leader comes, she will answer the question. Okay, last but not the least, observing. We'll have Honorable Yasu Mustafa.
American women. I spent 43 years in this region. I know this wish.
This is Yasu Mustafa,
but this time around,
Member of Parliament for Kenema.
we get some men down. North American women. Strong-willed women. We get some men down. There is a lot of things where we sit down out in this region where we don't know where they go on the ground. We don't go back 5 years ago. But I tell when I say, let we mellow down, let we work with the national, because if not to that, waiting the complaints and when they always say, they know they consider we, they know they consider we. There are certain things that are better left unsaid. Not all man for lead. This is a very aggressive region. Very aggressive women in this region. And we get from alone. We do a lot as a region. Very much, a whole lot as a region. But because we know the mellow and we know they follow instructions, all man one lead, we know they see with the benefits what we supposed to get as a region. And they tell me, because we don't go back 5 years ago. This is not to discourage anybody, but I tell you as my young sister there, my young picking there, let we all put hands on deck. This skill we build can take us places. We don't just crack the glass ceiling. We have yet to break it or to shatter it. So let we all work together. We put hands on deck and not let this and not let that. When we watch and listen closely, we not go miss. And not often now we fall in because we don't give money. People in Freetown in Sierra Leone give more money than us, but we don't hear them. You know, waiting with them in good because we are not just doing it for it as a party. We are doing it for Sierra Leone. And nobody know they go fix alone. For we, now we they fix it. But we don't set the stage. If we step on the stage the right way, we the benefit. We the benefit. Some of us go back home, forgive back. Because we can sit down here, we don't do nothing. We don't retire. But what next? We get from begin go back slowly and integrate and do everything we need for do as women. Let me all hands on them. I beg
Word for wise is quite sufficient. Thank you. There was a question from the advocacy question from the young generation men. It was an advocacy issue. Why young people then, young women, they're not there inside, then they request that they advocate for more young women for their inside the
Why some young women and they're not enough for their position and they some people and they look at and say why YG position for man no more. Not so for man. Would they encourage all the young women to when I come up and enough for YG position. We get some woman them when I YG. So Mike is saying, no, YG are for man. I don't want them. Do ya next election we want to see beaucoup young women enough for YG and we will give you the full support as a council.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was going to be a little frugal with my time, but when the minister says she wants 1 minute, I respect that. Only 1 minute, Madam Minister.
Thank you very much, Madam First Lady, panelists, and everybody here. I didn't really want to say anything, but on this issue of the role of young women in the council, I think I have to say something about that. We all know the background where we're coming from as a country. It has been a chauvinistic society where men are taking the lead all the time, and women have been subjected, to a lot of things that we all know about. I don't have to go into all the details. That in itself had made women to be timid in a way that, except for the coming of Presidentbio and his dear wife at that highest political leadership, that we are now seeing what we are witnessing today as a country, where women are given the platform. So because of that chauvinistic and male-dominated society that we have faced, women, whether young or old, have been subjected to that. So, and because of that, there has been violence perpetrated, whether it's at local level election, any small election in the country was marred with violence. So once there's violence, you don't get women coming up. And because men think that they are the only ones that should be in positions of trust, especially political positions, so the women shy away. Because when a woman attempts, before now, they would, when you want them to tell you how your mother gave back to you, or who you are, how many men you have slept with, dare yourself into politics. So that is why young women will not go near that council thing that you are asking, except for now. And this is why we must applaud the efforts of His Excellency the President and Madam First Lady for breaking that glass ceiling for us women. Some of us know where we've come from and where we are today. That is why we don't take this opportunity lightly at all. And I believe that coming to this meeting is something that is so critical for us women, and we really need to take this opportunity forward and make sure that as long as we have started this, nobody's reversing us. Women have a role to play in society, and we believe that the development of Sierra Leone is in the hands of women. I thank you.
Every time I say this is the last question, the honorables try to arm twist me. 1 minute, ma'am.
Madam First Lady, members of the high table, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to say here that the eyes of His Excellency the President is wider than any other man in Sierra Leone. He has clean eyes. Anytime there was an advocacy for women, women's empowerment, the men would ask, where are the women? His Excellency the President has skillfully and tactfully looked out for those women, and today we are here. So we want to say kudos to His Excellency the President for letting the men of Sierra Leone know that a woman's place is in governance as much as in the kitchen. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Madam Honorable Member of Parliament. Yes, would you like to...
Yes, just the Joint Unity Broadcasting. This is not the SLPP and a women's
okay.
Here in New Jersey, I'm the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Mrs. Fatima Bio talk. This is now the question and answer time. The panelists, they don't talk. The First Lady don't talk. The ministers, they don't talk. Now, questions and answer time.
Respond to our gentleman here.
I know our mother, the First Lady, just handled for clarification's sake. But to tell you, one of the strategy, the gender strategy, the Sierra Leone gender strategy, is saying, that's why we have he for she, is saying we encourage the men to be part of this journey. In a sense, like you are seated here, maybe you have 3 girls, you have 5 girls. What's their feature? So if the men are not part of this particular journey, we believe, yeah, we can succeed, but we can't succeed without you. And to tell you, you have seen examples that when women are empowered, they even support not only you as a man, but the family. Back home, in here, you check, do your research. You see a lot of empowered women supporting a whole family. So please, don't be disheartened. We are very humble and respectable to you, and we want you to join the bandwagon. I want to make you, please stand. Please stand. I want to pronounce you as a he for she. That you are part. Yes. Thank you very much.
He for she.
I want to just add something.
I'm ready for the First Lady because we man, the cause on that in our poor, now we will not help because we man they take our oath together and treat. Man, and then they maintain the home. So bravo.
Thank you.
Alright,
we're going to close this session now.
It's been a long day, and thank you.
Thank you. Can we have your attention? We're going to close this.
We are closing now. I just want to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank our First Lady. And I'll let them business here. Okay.
Can we wait?
Yes. Madam First Lady, on behalf of the women of this region, we just want to thank you, first of all, for understanding that for a society to grow, women should have equal opportunity just like the men. For us to develop socioeconomically, we have to have shared opportunity. Thank you for that, and thank you for supporting your husband also, who happens to be our president, for making sure that this bills and everything that we are working towards the development of women in that country is important. Can we listen, please? On that note also, I want to take this opportunity also to thank all our distinguished guests, our honorable ministers, deputies, and also our parliamentarians, and also all protocols that are here. We want to thank you all for coming, leaving your busy schedules. Those who have been traveling from Sierra Leone, some people travel in. Thank you for coming. And also to our panelists. Guys, it's been a whole week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, reading, researching. It was a great job. We know the time was short, but yes, you made your point. And thank you so much. So the general and to our women's leader.
This meeting is not over yet.
And to our women's leader, we want to say thank you so much.
This meeting is not over yet. Can we be respectful to the high table, please? Can we be respectful to the high table? This meeting is not over yet.
So the membership, can you all for some reason, the First Lady will declare when she want to be. Please, let's respect her. She will say no, but don't put her on the spot. Please.
Don't put her on the spot, please.
Yes.
Please.
She will declare when she wants to, but right now, don't put her on the spot, please. And then see our APCCG so it's only first and I will say, oh, First Lady make me face for people like
She's not going and we should respect this table. Please,
take pictures, please.
Thank you. Respect the high table, please.
And to all the membership, this is just the beginning. We are doing what Malika. Tonight, we're going to finish it off. Where we're going to dance, we're going to shake. So thank you all. Those who traveled far and near, thank you for coming. We appreciate you and thank you for making this program a success. Thank you to the membership. Thank you to the executive of this region. Thank you for the women's league executive. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my wonderful moderators. We are going to give awards now. And then we're done. If we have to stay to dance, we can dance. And let us give the First Lady her space. Let us give the space. She is not yet done. Please. We are on a level waiting, not done it. I want the chairman of this chapter to say something to us. Just 1 minute or less. Chairman Henry, you have the floor. You have the mic.
One country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a quick one. And First Lady, welcome to New Jersey. New Jersey is home and you're always welcome. And I want to also say welcome to everybody. It's just one quick announcement I want to make. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the program is going to start early tonight. I want us all to please come early, get settled, and then we'll start the program. This hall closes at 1 a.m. and I wouldn't want us to be chased out. Let's come have fun. Please make sure you leave your hotel rooms early and come down and settle down. I wish us all a very successful event tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Also, can I have the 2023 committee? We are about to give the awards. We have to do that in 10 minutes, under 10 minutes. Please. Sally Benjamin, then the secretary to the council. Can you please come on? Please, now let me try to do this. This is the time. Hello? We are now let me settle. This is not the 10. When we give award, don't mean say you don't walk past your company. There was something that you have the First Lady said that I always say. Of course, I have said it over and again. Me not get for run again. I know, Kelly, can you please come here? I know I have done my part. And today, just today, I want to take this opportunity to apologize for stepping on toes and to thank you for bringing the best out of me. I will not be running for the regional women's leader again. But I pray that anyone that succeeds me will make us proud like I did. Nobody has to tell me, Auntie Kadi. I stepped into our shoes and I have done my part. And today we are giving awards. Does not mean I am challenging, especially the women's leaders. When you are elected, we don't do selection in SLPP. When you are elected, please do your work. And women, when you don't be able to like when First Lady say, criticize, come up for positions. There are no men or male positions in SLPP. Everybody it should be a challenge. Can't work for the party. Nobody has to tell me what I have done. I know I have done my part. So today, we're here to award people that I know that have worked tirelessly for this party. Not only the region, for the party. On the first award, Chairman Dede, please join us. Yes, the First Lady first.
Make a quick this not for last past 10 minutes.
First Lady, Your Excellency, we the women of North America saw it fit that you are a star. You are my star. You deserve a star and a special award. We want to call you all the women and we will give this to First Lady. We want the
These are the award ceremony time down reach. These are the regional women's leader, Mrs. Aminata Magudo Amara.
Like I said, First Lady, we want to let with Mama Kaya because you know we star. I don't know what and say you deserve this star awards. And those women standing here, this committee women, they have worked tirelessly. It was not a joke when they said, we get to take the Star Award because this woman is our star. Atikadi, can you read what it says?
Okay. SLPP presented to First Lady of Republic of Sierra Leone, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Fatima Bio, for your steadfast dedication to gender equality and women's empowerment. A trailblazer and role model, a beacon of hope and inspiration for future generations. Presented on September 23rd, 2023, Mrs. Aminata M. Amara, Regional Women's Leader, SLPPNA, Women's Council. So you hand it over to me.
On behalf of all the women then, we want to forgive you, Mama. You know we stand. We love you. You deserve it. She is a beacon of hope to us, the women of Sierra Leone, Mother. We adore you. We thank you. And please, we are giving this to you to continue to do what you know to do best. On behalf of the SLPP North America Women's Council, we present this prestigious award to our mother. Thank you.
You see, America, they don't go say no more award, prestigious.
So the SLPPNA Women's Council just award the First Lady of Sierra Leone, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Fatima Bio, with the star as the women's leader will say. First Lady na star. Just stand up, they shine bright.
The next award we go to we all know our foreigner, DJ our foreigner. We all saw what she did during the campaign. We know this Sabia, but now it is clear. Now that we don't do waiting all the women there. And DJ, it's a India music. Yeah. DJ Gia was playing the National Women's Leader one music where they can't take it plan. We all see during this campaign, our foreign go to the boondocks. They go one time or to gather they reach.
We do not have rights to currency. It is only for entertainment purposes. That is the Women's Leader, National Women's Leader, award. She has been joined by the women of the region, and that is Honorable Fatima Bakari. Easy award. That's what about my creole. Why when they listen to this program, watch them live on
Leadership Award presented to Madam Afore for exemplary leadership and selfless service to the Sierra Leone People's Party. Presented on September 23rd, 2023, the SLPPNA Women's Council.
Thank you. We now call on the female parliamentarians where they are. We don't say now we don't do this. Please. We don't say now we don't do this. The female parliamentarians there. Female parliamentarians, please. Presented to the female parliamentarian caucus in recognition of your hard work in pushing to pass the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Bill, the Kiwi Bill, presented on September 23, 2023, the SLPP and the Women's Council. We will give it so the first lady on the region, let it give to her.
On behalf of the women there, women in North America, so we give this to the women caucus in our parliament, and you and our leader, we want to let you know, say when you go back, you go tell we mama, let them know say the women in North America recognize the work where we do in the parliament for representing women. So on behalf of the women of North America, we give this to we. Thank you very much, North America.
Thank you. We are allow we go to know we get important to have them for kids. We are allow we to know we not know it. So we are to know we not know it. We get for kid class. We are. No. Thank you. I don't play music for People that get for Canada, let we done this. We are gonna let we sit down.
Yes. We did live, we did get present.
We are gonna let we sit down.
Big time diplomats.
When I let we sit down, they never use my face. I want to go chairman.
Women empowerment.
Hello. I want to give somebody award when they just walk when don't need award. Expect 2 people there. Then don't get at this region here. Then just a walk, they not give award. And this I do because I'm not saying that the right thing for do. I want to 2 people then. I want to 2 people there. I want Chairman Dene and Chairman Doris Tahai. We are Unaka. Chairman Dene, Chairman Doris Tahai, Unaka. Service Women's Council, it was not easy. They stood their grounds. So I'm not saying they deserve it, they don't ask for it. I mean, they hide this award from Una because I don't want to know. But Una do deserve it. And it brings, that they can go Una too. I did it because I know how far you guys have come. Mrs. Dr. Dele Kopoe, for outstanding leadership and dedicated service to SLPP Women's Council. And the same thing for Mrs. Doris Festus Lahai, for outstanding leadership and dedicated service to SLPP Women's Council. I know what I'm saying. And today they're going to meet in a challenge. We all know say Auntie Doris just lost in Peking. But when it comes, it takes over. It makes sure say we there and everything go ahead. I really want to thank you guys for standing with me, all that you have done for me. Thank you. But let them give the rest of the awards.
Yes. 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 Let me receiving this award ceremony. And I have the distinguished honor. For giving leadership award to our chairman of this region. It's not a party, but chairman is my personal. I'm so honored, chairman, to give you this award. The award will leadership award honor chairman is my personal. For the care leadership and exceptional committee. Thank you, chairman. Thank you. Guys, so many of you. Thank you so much. Chairman Pesima! Chairman Pesima! Chairman Pesima! Chairman Pesima! Chairman Pesima! We are presenting this award to the women's leaders.
We are the women's leaders that we are listening, and for this and they join in this award giving. Yes. We are the women's leaders
Madam Teresa French Kedi. We are connected for your leading. Minnesota will be the 10th chapter. Hello. Minnesota not to be a chapter, but from when this woman take over, then they get meeting, then they contribute. So on behalf of the Women's Council, I give you this award because you deserve it. In recognition and leadership also, Mrs. Teresa French Kedi for outstanding and exceptional leadership and commitment to the Minnesota chapter. Thank you. Some of you are well on 2018 when President Obama down in England. I don't want to be woman. But today, under the leadership of Kulasila, with a crowd of 19 women, and not only 19, but dedicated women. So we honor you. I recognize your leadership. I recognize the work that you do. In your leadership, not only you are you possible of doing work. So on behalf of the Women's Council, we give you this leadership award. Presented to Kulasila in recognition of your sectional leadership and commitment to the New England chapter. We also get the only woman standing. Contribution in the bill. In the end, I won't be there. I want the meeting where they come. In the next place where they come, I want the women's leader national. They can give this award to Madam Odilia. It says the recognition of your exceptional dedication and standing leadership and commitment to the Southern California chapter. Last but not least, we got women's leader. In order to everything without the women. Secretary General, I can't take this award on behalf of the women's leader in Atlanta, Maria Makaba. On behalf of the representing leadership of Atlanta, Maria Makaba, in recognition of the exceptional dedication and standing leadership and commitment to the employer sector. Thank you. For the women's leader, they will allow me to establish in a black men. Women's leader! Women's leaders, I know, they are what this is not. We not forget. The last but not least, we want to recognize Madam Honor. Madam Rachel Honor. We want to recognize Madam Rachel Honor. Yes. We are going to say, we are giving chapter, we say, what's about Rachel Honor? Do you have go sit down, go? We have go sit down. Hello, Madam First Lady. I want to present this woman. I don't get award because he don't get that post. But Rachel don't work for it so much. When we know the name of the chairman, the champion that is Friday. She is always ready not only to work for the people of Australia, but for the executive. Rachel, for what you do. And the women's leader.
plan una can't man. Women's leaders then. Women's leaders. Women's leaders, we are on a dance club with Imani. We are here. We are the women's leaders then.
Women's
the women's leaders are wherever the house. We are on our joining Mami and the church are chairman there. As the day we are come to this group, the women's leaders and the church are chairman. From there is your help. Chairman Uri, you can join us please. And everybody. You are going to be able to show them we are on a show now. You say go and you go. That's mine for we go.
All the female leaders, the chapter chairs,
After Canada. Yes,
some of them want to win a thank you for one.
Today, no official, nobody, nobody chapter, nobody. Antikari, that chapter. We are Minnesota, Canada, come on. Antikari, that chapter. Dallas chapter, please. After that, Canada. Then we come to DBC. Virginia. Virginia. Thank you. Canada. Thank you. DBC. Thank you. DBC. DBC, men, women, DBC. After that, Virginia. DBC.
Virginia, come.
Virginia,
come on, let Virginia come.
DBC, this is Minister of Excellency. Thank you, DBC. Thank you. Virginia,
when I go now.
We only get 10 minutes.
Virginia. Come on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have Ohio will come out. Virginia. Thank you, Virginia.
Okay, yes, sir.
Ohio,
thank you so much. Ohio, yes, ma'am.
Ohio, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey, New Jersey. Thank you.
They can't close the broadcast for today, for this afternoon, this evening. So plenty thank you for watching the broadcast. My background on the SLPP regional women's leader, people that take picture with the First Lady, all the women that are the region, we're going to have to take picture. And down there they close the conference for today. The women then, the SLPP come today for talk about the Gender Equality Women's Empowerment Act. Where don't they empower right now? We don't empower women then. But take position there, let them pay their well, let them get that leave what they want to do. So today, the women in the SLPP may add voice to that building. So until then, me not the Roving reporter, my name is Presidentbio. So until then,